Well, of course, we're nearing that time of the year when crime increases. Now, the festive season's always been a problem as those breaking the law use this time to take advantage of the fact that police, of course, have their hands full. Today, the police will be launching the provincial safer festive season operations in Mohlakeng, west of Johannesburg. Let's listen in to what Police Minister Bheki Cele is saying as he's addressing the media there right now.
Fellow panelists, if I can call you so, the journey coming here is an old journey, but is seriously and endlessly started when there were a group of criminals that chased the police away in the city center of Johannesburg as the police were doing their work. We sat down and we say we can't allow criminality to rule and run the country. And we had to be more serious about this situation you see here. I knew that we are dealing with the counterfeits, contraband, illicit kind of trade and goods. But until I was briefed this morning, the seriousness of the matter on this kind of illicit trade. I know with the Zamazamas that there is big monies involved there, the under collection or the money that is robbed when it comes to the SARS and the fiscal. Here we were briefed this morning. We are sitting around 3 billion illicit trade here. All these things you see around you, there are counterbands and things that are not supposed a counterfeit kind of brands. Not only here, inside there are other big boxes that carry this situation. As you listen, you realize that most of you journalists will understand that there is a fiscal bloodbath at the present moment, if I can call on this one, as the Minister of Finance will be giving us what's going on the 1st of November. And you begin to realize how these things are happening. It's a situation where the country and the nation will be robbed what is supposed to be collected on their behalf by the structures that work on that when you see such things. Police would arrest and bring these things here, SARS would, customs would, and it's kept here designated by the Department of Trade and Industry to be the premises to keep that those things. Some of them they stay longer because until the trial goes, and you will find that they need to be kept until the trial finishes. We're dealing with 3 billion of that kind only in Gauteng. That is Gauteng only, the 3 billion. It's not in the country. We are consolidating the country, and we believe that when the time comes of the country consolidated, the different provinces, of course, Johannesburg will be the center, but you know that Cape Town and Durban, those are harbors, and those are places where these things could be received and then distributed to come here and even in the neighboring countries. The figure on the illicit mining is put on about 40 billion loss to the state coffers. So if you follow and you listen to that, you realize that we are facing a bloodless economic coup d'etat here, where the illegal people, where those unscrupulous people are taking over the economy of the country. We are going to be giving the line of march, but maybe it would be unfair to do so here before it's properly briefing to the economic cluster and to the JCP, even the National Security Council, because some of these matters, they become some issue of security. Kids are dying because of illicit kind of trade, things that are bought from spaza shops and all that kind of stuff. We are working together with many of our sister departments, but we are very thankful to the brand managers, brand experts, of which the attorney there, the legal person is representing them. We're working very closely with them to assist us to identify these issues. We're also working very closely with SAPRA as we do these raids, because there is a lot of illicit medical items that are sold in the detriment of the health of kids and the population of South Africa in general. So it's important that we all work together on the matter. So that would be the situation. What you see behind you, that would be explained by the owner of a light storage, Mohammed, just the little bit of sample. But look around you. I don't know if you allow you to get inside, but look around you. But it's the same thing, because even the boxes inside are not opened. But those will be the more expensive counterfeits of real names that are kept there, so that they are kept safe, so that nobody is tempted to counter the counter. So they are kept in such a way. So that's why we are here today, to mourn the side of the saving the economy, as one has explained. Somebody put it very well, to say that it's the economic cancer that is eating in the fiber of the growth of economy in the country. As I've termed it, as an economic sabotage that is seems equal to the blacklist coup when it comes to the economy. We need to push back. We will be pushing back. We will be working hard. Sometimes when police, they say they are working on the raid on these counterfeits, counterbands and illicit, it looks like they're not doing the proper work. People, they want to see police running after the violent crime on and all that. You don't know how much damage is done by this kind of activities. So it's important that as the law enforcement agencies in the country, we work hard to help the economy to grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Should I maybe just open up some questions before I ask Mohammed to just take us through what is going to transpire this morning? Let's see if there are some questions for now. All right, I see you. Okay, let's start here.
Salisu Gogo from Eyewitness News. I appreciate this might be a bit of a simple question, but I don't know if maybe the brand and police can entertain me. These clothes, obviously we live in a country where there's a lot of poor people. Can these clothes be donated, and why can't they be donated if both the police and the brand? We can speak to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Salisu. I'm going to give the microphone to NCA.
Thank you. It's Heidi Joffers from NCA. I just want to ask, Minister, in terms of, you highlighted the fact that Johannesburg or Gauteng is the epicenter, and I just want to know if you are able to indicate if you have been able to crack down on whether it's a group of people, if it's individuals, if it's a number of business owners that just keep bringing these goods into the country, because it obviously continues unabated. You're saying that this is possibly worth 3 billion. I mean, it keeps happening. So are you finding a way to get to the bottom of who's bringing all of this into the country?
Your question, Heidi, who's responsible?
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody else? One last round, maybe one last question? Okay, that will be the two questions, Lisa.
Maybe one thing, we have a gentleman, well, there are no gentlemen in police. We have Colonel Latecha.
Yeah.
Where are you, Latecha?
Latecha. Yeah.
We have Colonel Latecha. this is person responsible to look at these things. He was working for Gauteng until the 1st of November. He's taken by the National Commission to coordinate this thing in the nation. That's how good he is on the matter. I have worked with him in breaking the doors when people don't open the doors. He has found a lot of cash stacked in different places and all that. At one time, he found 707,000 altogether stashed. They throw it out of the window. He followed it and get it. So he's responsible for those things. But one thing that he has raised is that he goes in a certain place, sweeps everything. Tomorrow you find the same stuff again, which means the laws will have to work on the laws, that we must be really tougher. I asked how many we have arrested. I think for the operation last week we have arrested 4 people. You can't be dealing with those things and be arresting so less people and all that. I think we need to be more tough on that. But it will be sent through borders, Hadi, coming through. There's been a lot of this coming at Mhlabi Alengana. I'm sure you know that place. No journalist doesn't know Mangus in Mhlabi Alengana, from Mozambique and all that. But others, they come through the ports. You saw last week that big bust of cocaine that happened in Durban Harbour. There's another one yesterday. Another big bust yesterday that happened in Durban again, and to a trade port that has moved. So it will be all those things with the sophistication that the criminals are doing. There was very interesting. The Durban one was very interesting. Innocent buckets of cement and all that, and in those buckets is something that you just never think. Which also tells you that our intelligence guys are getting on it. To be able to crack that kind of sophistication, it tells you that our intelligence guys are really getting on it. One must give them some kudos. So that's the issue. There are many facet kind of areas where these things come. Your illicit cigarette, your illicit alcohol, your illicit medicine and all those kind of things. There's been a new one that you would have heard that there have been a discovery of some factories producing these fake food inside the country and all. It has been always the drugs. I think we have dispensed 37 of illicit drug factories in the country, but the food one is something new that we have just discovered. So maybe if you toughen your borders and all that, they'll bring their machines to do those things inside. So we need to tighten up all of that. So it's multifaceted, the question you have asked. This first question, that's a question that cannot be answered at the level of the police. I think it needs to be answered at the level of the lawmakers. What do we do with this stuff? What does that do in the economy? Answer that question, and for now, as the police is to implement the law, this is illegal stuff. What do we do with illegal stuff? You destroy the illegal stuff. But if there needs to be change, it can't be changed by the police and it can't be changed by the gentleman sitting here. The lawmakers will have to tell us. But all must happen in the interest of the growth and protection of the economy rather than any other thing. Thanks.
Thank you, Minister. So maybe just allow Mohammed to just take us through what exactly will be destroyed and how will the process unfold. If we just take our journalists through that, please.
Yes,